why you are not appreciating the lessons that your guides are sending to you. Why are you not appreciating the karmic situations and relationships that they're sending towards you to help you to become better, right? But I feel that there is a part of you, instead of fighting it, embrace it. Embrace it. Get to the bottom of this. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel unappreciated? And remember, we also mentioned that you feel like people don't care about you, they don't check in on you, that you're on your own. It's your inner masculine. We're going to do my oracle deck. I wouldn't surprise if we get the Heal Your Masculine card, because this collective, you have to. I feel like you do. You do feel quite alone right now. There's the Space card. Quite abandoned. Maybe there are people in your life that you have been connecting to recently, and they've abandoned you. I'm hearing it may be destiny or your own doing. That's what I'm hearing. So it's gonna make sense. It's not making sense in my head, but it's gonna make sense for the Red Collective. You know your situation better. It's a collective, but that's what I'm hearing. So maybe there are people that you were really wanting in your life. You were focusing on those people. You were putting a lot of attention on those people, or that one person, I'm hearing as well, and that person abandoned you. But in process of you chasing that person, you neglected certain relationships, maybe certain friendships, maybe a relationship with your friends, with your family member, with your healers. I hear that cousin again. So maybe it's a detail for some of you in the collective, that you've been you had a good relationship with a cousin of yours and you've neglected that. And so it's like, again, it's some people abandoned you because it was destined, and some maybe of your own doing. I feel we have broke ass as well. I don't think you're in the nicest place right now, this collective. I'm sorry, but these things happen for a reason. I feel life is a little bit too much for you. You're a little bit, it's because your inner masculine is very wounded, almost non-present. It's like you don't have the energy to deal with the physical life. You're overwhelmed by how this world works. But what it takes to achieve that success, we have those legal issues as well. I just want to quickly do a few more, and then we're going to do guidance. Maybe you struggle a little bit with finances as well. And worthy again, you guys. Oh, and overwhelmed at the bottom of the deck. That's your energy. We have unworthy. So another confirmation. We had self-esteem and worthy, self-love. This collective, it's the biggest thing for you to work on that. We have the card, but I'm actually seeing this card more as a health issue. So maybe you recently it's just one huge tower moment I'm hearing, to be honest. We have some secrets as well. I feel there's just everything for this collective. Like there's disappointment when it comes to people. Maybe there's some people that you trusted, that you really had faith, and maybe they, again, abandoned you. Maybe they had some secrets that came to the surface. Maybe you're also struggling with your finances. Maybe you're struggling with, maybe some of you with some legal issues as well, some unpaid bills. I just heard that, came out of nowhere. Maybe you haven't been feeling quite well physically as well. When we're not handling our internal work properly, sooner or later our body purges, and our body, I always say this to you guys, my universal truth, our body is a reflection of our inner world. So people who struggle with that, it's because they don't conquer fully the world of the inner world, the world of their emotions, of their wounds, and the body is so overwhelmed with feelings, wounds, traumas, and emotions that it's not releasing, because you're not going on that journey, that it just starts to fail. All right, you guys, let's do a little guidance. Let's do a little guidance. This is one of those collectives. Sometimes I don't say it because you guys know my opinion. My opinion is that on a journey of true spiritual awakening, deep awakening, Kundalini awakening, even if it's not through Kundalini, but deep spiritual awakening, we need a mentor. We need someone to hold space for us. This is why spiritual teachers exist. Think about this. The universe doesn't make mistakes. If people who do these things exist, it's because other people need them. We live a life of mission here, right? So there's no harm in using services of these people. But sometimes I sense that, some collectives are a little bit, right? So I'm not pushing that much because some people, they may need a little bit of guidance, a little bit of nudge, a session here and there. But for some specific journeys, especially in the beginning, especially when you're very wounded, you need someone to hold your hand through this. And I don't care what anyone says, and there's no harm. People who say, I've heard these opinions online, like, oh, all the answers are within, and you have your inner intuition. Yeah, but in the beginning, when you're wounded, you don't know how to tap into that. And if you're being hyperachiever, and if you're being so stubborn about having someone to help you, asking someone for help, right? You're creating an illusion of separation. We're all one. We're here for each other. I'm hearing that song, how bad we need each other. You know that song? We need each other. We're in this together. We're one consciousness experiencing itself through different lives and for different people. If you're so stubborn to no, I don't want to do it on my own. It may be from your trust issues. It may be from worthiness. You don't feel worthy for someone to help you, to hold that space for you. We've mentioned as well that you have issues asking for help. All right. What's the guidance for this collective? And then we're going to do tarot on top of that. What's the guidance for this collective? I want one more. There it is. I'm hearing, I don't know why, whether it's going to make sense to you. We have the sun card at the bottom of this deck, and we have connect to the sun. Sun is a masculine energy. Is that you have to connect to your inner masculine for whatever means necessary, through the energy within, through maybe as well, literally connecting to sun. But what I wanted to say, I feel this collective, you lack a little bit of that consistency with yourself. So I don't know why I'm hearing that. It's when things are going the way you want to, this is what universe is trying to teach you, right? So if you remember, we mentioned that person that you were connecting to. So when things are not going the way you want to, right? The way you want to, so things are going the right direction, or you feel they're going the right direction, right? It's like you abandon yourself and you abandon self-work, right? But the moment they're not, that's where you come back. So you lack that consistency, right? So if you are on a this is my divine collective, right? So sometimes it happens that there are feminines that in the beginning, they're feeling in a lot of distress because the masculine disappears, right? Then they want to do the healing. They reach out to the healer. They book a session. And then the masculine returns for a couple of weeks and months. And then they forget completely about their healing. They forget to book in a session. They forget to do the work. They forget to pull the oracle daily. They forget to do their shadow work exercises. Universe is just testing you. What do I always say to you guys? The triangle. You can read about this in my Divine Love section on my website. The feminine's job is to look towards God, her mission, her divinity always. The moment you lose that and you look with priority towards your men and you abandon yourself, you abandon your self-work, you abandon your journey, you abandon your mission, they're going to take him away from you because you haven't learned your lesson. It's not a role of divine masculine. He's a complement. He's a cherry on top of your cake that you have to bake first. He's not it. He's not the prize. He cannot be a priority over your mission, over your healing, over your devotion to source. I feel like for this collective, this is one of the harshest lessons that they're trying to teach you. They will never return him back to you for as long as you put him first. It's not the role of the feminine. It only builds codependency. Masculine is a representation of the physical world, of this earth, of the matrix, right? He's an architect of the matrix, of the master of the physical world. If you as a woman who's supposed to be a representation of God on this earth, you choose to devote yourself to him, to physical world, instead of to your mission, to your divinity, to your self-love, to connection through your womb to God, you're never going to reach alignment. And if you're meant to, they will constantly take him away from you until you learn. We have worthiness trauma. Not a surprise that we would pull this card. We have worthiness trauma. You don't have self-worth. You don't have self-love. You don't have that worthiness. Worthiness, one, is not healed through finding people who deem us worthy, but achieving any external gain or goal, but by understanding that our worthiness is not dependent on anything external or physical. Release who you were told to be. And we have release fear as well. I feel there's a fear within this collective. There's a fear that this journey is going to be long. There's a fear that this journey is going to be difficult, that you're not going to be able to achieve that because of that worthiness trauma, that it's too big of a task. And I get it. In the beginning, when we start to connect to our path and we start to heal and start to hear as well that, maybe your healer said this to you, that you have a big mission to complete, or maybe you've sensed that in your, right, that you have a big mission, that you're special, this collective. But in order to tap into that energy, there's a long journey required. And I feel like subconsciously it's going to be long. And you're fearful. We have 8 and we have 5. 8 of the 5th, 5th of the 8. 58 as well. Maybe that's your age or your person's age. Maybe these numbers matter for whatever reason. But I was hearing as well that maybe you're worried a little bit, but because maybe you are, in your 40s, in your 50s, and the thought of this journey being long scares you because it's the mindset. It's what they tell us, that we lose our worth as we age. Women, it's a complete opposite. It's a complete opposite. We became, if we don't fall into the shallowness of this world and focusing only on preserving the youth of our vessel, but really take care of the inner world, glow. I promise you, once you cross the bridge, you're always going to look like minimum 10 years younger. Because it's the glow of the soul. Right? No youth can be achieved by Botox and facelifts, and it's horrible. It's the glow of the soul. And nor should you want to look younger. We are who we are. Embrace the wisdom of the years that you had to become wiser. It came to my mind. You're bound by fear right now. You guys know how I always say to you, and this is actually the name of my oracle deck, From Fear to Love. Everything originates either in fear or in love. No other option. Fear or love. Fear or love. You're bound by fear right now. Proud newbie, we have number 33. So maybe you are in the beginning of this journey and that scares you, that there's still years to go, years of hard work, of pain. Integrity and commitment. They're going to be constantly testing your commitment. For as long as you're not committed to yourself and your journey, they will never return your masculine to you. And this is how they test it. They give him back to you and they say, okay, he's here. He's here. For that week, for that month, whatever that is. He's saying that he's changed. He's saying that he will stay. He's saying that he loves you. He's saying that he's, right? You're still doing your shadow work? Are you still doing your exercises? Are you still going for your sessions or whatever your shadow work routine was when he was gone and when you were in pain? And we have ascension number 41. Maybe that number is significant as well. 41, 42, and 33 we have. I feel you have been through, sometimes when we go through these ascensions, you guys, we don't even realize, but they can be very brutal. These are the moments when we feel this numbness, when we feel there's no sense. They're putting certain information in our, maybe you recently went through an ascension, and in that ascension you started feeling that this is going to be a long journey, that you are meant for greatness, but you have to reach that greatness. And in order to do that, you have to discover yourself, love yourself, heal yourself, conquer your shadows. And it's like you've realized that it's going to be a long journey, and you have to dedicate yourself fully to you. And right now, because you are in longing, because you are in this moment of like abandonment and lack of worthiness, it sounds unachievable. Sometimes they put through an ascension, they give us downloads of information. I always say this to you guys, there are two types of downloads: those that are for our own journey, and those that we'll have to use as a healer, as part of our mission. They put this information in us, in our brain. In the first years of this journey, in first ascensions, it doesn't really know how to process it, because we haven't fully let go of the ego mind. We haven't switched from, this is not what rules you, but this is a tool to understand certain things, right? So it causes confusion, it causes fear. Just surrender to it. Surrender to it. Ask the universe to help you to commit to yourself. You have to commit to yourself right now. What's the guidance? The star. The star. The star is the healing. The star is believing in it's I'm hearing northern star as well. Your dharma, your destiny, that's on top of that worthiness. You have to believe in yourself. You have to see how wonderful you are. You have to see it. Ask them to show you. You know how it's coming to my mind, how I always sometimes say to you guys, especially feminines on this journey, that when you are not understanding why masculine treats you a certain way, to ask your guides to show you in a dream, to help you feel as he feels, fill into his shoes, right? So you can understand why he does certain things and build that compassion, grow that compassion. I feel you need to do this for you. Ask your guides. Show me how others see me. Show me how you see me, my guides. Show me how my healer sees me. Show me who I am. Show me what I'm not seeing. That magic within, that spark, that star. It's like you're standing in front of such a beautiful journey, but you don't know how to it's like you don't know how to start, but then I feel like they're sending you signs and little helpers, and you're just not listening. The magician! Shut the front door, because I was just thinking magician. I was showing you the star. I was like, this is a magician as well. You have all it takes. You have all it takes, this collective. You're magic. You're magic. A crow woman. Someone who will change lives of many. There's this darkness around you, but in a good sense. Darkness that you will manage. Darkness that you will master. You just have to believe in yourself. Seven of Swords. Yeah, thank you. That's on top of that proud newbie. You want it now, this collective. You want it now, and you have to face it, that what wants it now is your ego. Soul is in no rush. Our souls, they love being newbies. They love exploring new things. They love it, because back there, where we are awareness, where we're pure consciousness, stardust, right? There is no linear time. There is no space and time. We are everything, right? Boring, right? So we don't go through this journey of growth, expansion, failing, falling, crying, pain. It's exciting for the soul. It shapes you. It's the way for that soul expansion. But your ego is resisting that you're new on this journey, that you don't that you don't yet have all the answers. To be honest, I'm hearing you have zero answers. But as long as you resist to having zero answers, they won't give you any answers. And what they give to you, the information, I feel like you resist. You want to, I'm hearing like cheat, but in a sense, like maybe you even had a download or a vision of how long, right? I don't know why, maybe it's a detail for some of you. I saw someone having a vision or a dream of your specific birthday, right? So let's say that you are, I don't know, like you're 32 or like you're 42, and like you saw yourself coming into like wholeness or into union and whatever that is when you're celebrating your like 55 or like 60, whatever, right? And that scared you. Maybe you had a vision how long it's going to take this journey for you, right? And it's like it scares you. You don't want to do it if it's going to be that long. But it's the ego. It's the ego. Soul is eternal. Soul doesn't care, especially that through this journey we start to live dog years because we become present. Every year is like 5, and in the beginning it's painful, but once you release your shadows, that change perception of time, it's beautiful. Because if what if you're gonna have 10 years of happiness in this lifetime? They're gonna feel like 30, and they're gonna be so magical. Your soul chose this. Your soul knew what it was doing. And the more you resist, the more you're going to prolong it even. You can force the river. You can, be that trickster sort of I want to do things faster. It's no. Whoop. Whoop. Hold on. Here he is, the Emperor. What we were talking about. Your masculine energy, your inner masculine. That's on top of that integrity and commitment. You don't have it. Your inner masculine is completely dormant. You have to heal your inner masculine. Your inner masculine, the one that will create stability, security. Your inner feminine is so fearful right now. She's scared, she's terrified, she is unable to even give you any kind of guidance because she's lost. She doesn't have the security. Your inner masculine has to step up. Everything that you feel that a man would do for you, the reaffirmation, the protection, the foundation, the stability, the consistency, the integrity, the provider of love, of security, of reaffirmation, of physical things as well, financial stability. You have to do it for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. 9 of Cups. That's on top of that ascension. I feel like this collective, they really would love for you to appreciate what you have. You're really in a negative mindset. And I know that, to know certain things and to embody them are 2 different things. And I always say this to you guys, right? But sometimes we have to force ourselves a little bit. So force yourself a little bit to that gratitude. Maybe for the next week or 2, okay, try to think of one thing daily that you're really grateful for and all day contemplate on it. So let's say tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to think, I am grateful that I awakened. Really contemplate on it. Contemplate how difficult it must be for people who don't know the truth, who don't hear their guides, who don't even know or believe that their guides exist, that there is more than this physical world, that we are souls living human experience. How sad that is. This whole world is dormant. And as long as you're dormant, you will never truly thrive. It's a karmic life. If all the joys and happiness, they will be shallow because you don't know beyond. There is no beyond for most people. How beautiful it is that you've awakened. And maybe on the next day, you're going to be grateful for your vessel. Maybe you wish that vessel was different, younger, prettier in your silly matrix mind, right? Looking differently. But think about this. Through this vessel, I can feel pleasure. I can feel someone's touch on my skin. I can feel the wind on my skin. I can eat delicious food. I'm healthy. I can walk. I can dance. I can move. So many people, their karmic path is they cannot do that. There's always so much to be grateful for. Star. The Fool. The Fool again. Yes, you are in the beginning of your journey, this collective, but it's going to be the best journey of your life. Embrace it. Take a leap of faith. Say, I want to do it. Right now you're resistant. And through resisting, you're not wanting to be that newbie, but through resisting, you're only prolonging it. Embark on that journey. However long it will take, it doesn't matter. Time is just an illusion. Trust. Trust the unknown. Take a leap of faith in your journey, and have that faith in your guides, in yourself. You're feeling a little bit uncomfortable because you were granted through that ascension access to another door. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. You are fearful that you're not going to make it. I don't know why I just heard make it on time. That you're not going to have the time or the strength to get what it takes to be happy in this life. You're fearful. But again, if you will not be able to alchemize that happiness, and you do that through journey of healing on your own, no one externally will ever give you that happiness. That 10 of Cups, that emotional fulfillment, you have to do it on your own. You have to start. First, we sometimes have to force ourselves a little bit, right? Remind ourselves to be happy. That's how it works. Remind ourselves to be grateful. This is how we reprogram our mind. The Hanged Man and the Empress. We have the Empress and we have the Emperor on a table. But this is you. This is all you, I'm hearing. The Empress is on top of that 7 of Swords. The Empress, she's connected to God. She's connected to the eternal soul. She's the expression of God on earth. She doesn't want to cheat. She doesn't want to make this easier. She doesn't want to make this faster. She doesn't want to come through the back door. She wants to do it right because she has the courage. She has the fire. She knows that she's divinely guided. Luck is on her side. She surrenders. She understands that things take time. They don't have to take time, but they take time when we resist to learn certain things, when we resist to let go. You have to treat yourself a little bit more with kindness, with grace. Surrender to the journey. One more. Oh, we have 2 more, but that's fine. The Sun again, you guys. The Sun again. The Sun. Maybe you also, it has a meaning to you. Like maybe you feel like you're connected to the Sun. God of Sun, Ra, archetypes of Sun. Maybe you have some sort of, maybe you're seeing suns recently, like or a tattoo of a sun as well. But I'm hearing masculine energy. You have to connect to your masculine energy. Rise above. I'm hearing. We have 2 of Wands in the Chariot. You are having progress. Look at her. This is you. You see this? There is progress, but you're not seeing it because you're not accepting that you're in the beginning of this journey, that certain things have to happen on the different levels now before you get what you want. Why? Because we don't get what we want. We get what we need to grow, to heal. Surrender to this journey. You know what to do, this collective. You know what to do. I know this is hard, but it will get easier. I promise you. It will get easier. Use the guidance. Use the resources that you have. Dedicate yourself. Your masculine will never dedicate himself to you if you don't dedicate yourself to you. Through your inner masculine, your commitment, your integrity, your courage, your surrendering, your self-love. All right? I hope that made you feel a little better. And I love you so incredibly much. You got this. And I'll see you soon.